Close your eyes and imagine time has paused for a moment. Outside, night gently wraps the world in silence, but inside you, thoughts keep flowing like inner tides, carrying memories, fears, hopes, and those silent questions that only surface when everything else goes still. Can you feel it? It's in this exact moment, when the body rests and the mind still whispers, that the most powerful portal opens, the portal between what you live and what you're ready to transform. Maybe today felt like one of those days where the world outside seemed distant, as if there were a veil between you and life. Maybe you smiled on the outside, but carried an old weariness within, a kind of weariness that doesn't come from the body, but from the soul, from trying so hard, waiting so long, and still feeling like something is stuck. Maybe you've done the affirmations, visualized, read, studied, searched, and yet something still hasn't shifted. That's why tonight is different. Because tonight, you'll remember something that's been forgotten, something simple, profound, and powerful. Bruce Lipton reminds us, belief is chemistry. This isn't just a poetic idea. It's science applied to the soul. When you believe in something with emotional truth, your body responds with a specific chemistry. Your blood changes, your hormones align, your cells listen, and at night, that listening deepens. Because what you feel before sleep is what your body continues to echo as you rest. Now, imagine your mind as fertile soil, and imagine that every word you write, every phrase charged with feeling, is a seed. You're not just planting ideas, you're planting frequencies, emotions, visions, and those seeds don't stay on the surface. They sink deeply into the subconscious soil, and there as you sleep, they begin to grow. But here's what most people miss. Many write down their desires before sleep, but do it in haste, in anxiety, in fear. And fear has a scent, a texture, an energy. Your body knows, your soul feels, and the subconscious, that silent gardener, does not respond to words. It responds to the energy behind the words. You might write, I want peace, but if you write that with a tight chest, clenched shoulders, hidden tears, what your body receives isn't the desire. It's the pain, the doubt, and that is what gets planted. That's why so many get discouraged, because they repeat phrases like hollow mantras, trying to convince an inner system that doesn't feel truth. There is no truth in automatic repetition. There's only truth when it's felt. Bruce Lipton and Joe Dispenza have shown us that the subconscious responds more to emotion than logic. Your body understands sensations. It reacts to coherence when your thoughts, feelings, and actions are in harmony. When there's contradiction, there's resistance. But when there's coherence, there's permission. And that permission is what transforms. Night is the most powerful part of your day, not because it's mystical in itself, but because it's when your conscious mind goes to sleep. And when the conscious mind sleeps, the defenses fall, the resistance dissolves, and what you offer to your inner field sinks in. Dispenza speaks of the electromagnetic field of the heart. This field is real, measurable, tangible. And when you write with sincere emotion, when you write with gratitude, with softness, with quiet faith, this field expands. You become a transmitter. And what is transmitted begins to reorganize inside and outside. But maybe you're tired of promises, tired of formulas, techniques, trying, failing. Maybe you've lost faith, not in the methods, but in yourself. If that's the case, breathe. Because you are not broken, you are awakening. And sometimes, awakening begins exactly here, in that space of exhaustion where nothing seems to work. Because it's in that emptiness that something new can begin, and the new begins in the dark. Think now, how many nights have you fallen asleep with a heavy heart? How many times have you carried into sleep the weight of your day, your week, your lifetime? How often was your final thought one of fear, of lack, of shame? And now, imagine this. What if tonight something shifted, not by magic, but by choice? A small choice, a silent one, a deep one, the choice to write a new seed, a single phrase, felt, honest, like a gesture of faith, not faith that shouts, but faith that whispers, "I still believe." Believe this: your body hears every whisper your soul offers, and your subconscious, this invisible soil, responds with precision to what you plant emotionally. This is nighttime alchemy. It's not a technique, it's presence, and that's what we'll now learn to practice together. Have you ever gone to bed repeating positive affirmations, yet woken up feeling the same emptiness? That's because the real sabotage doesn't lie in the words. It lies in the emotion quietly wrapped around them. Most people write their desires without first listening to the emotional frequency already living in their subconscious. If you write, "I am abundant," but your body still holds the sensation of lack, it's that lack your cells respond to. Bruce Lipton teaches, your cells don't respond to wishes, they respond to your emotional vibration. That's why, before writing what you want, write a restoring belief, something that reconnects your body to what could truly be. Don't just write, "I want healing." Write, "My body is in harmony with the light that created me." Feel that. Breathe that in. Then, with the soil cleared, write your desire. During deep sleep, your brain enters delta waves. This is the state where your mind is most receptive to healing, new memory, and deep reprogramming. It's when the body repairs itself, when the soul listens more clearly. Joe Dispenza reveals that during this state, your heart's electromagnetic field is being reorganized. If you write with emotional coherence before sleep and then become still, this information is absorbed as truth. So write, and then breathe. Inhale to a count of 4, hold, and exhale slowly, as if you were releasing this new truth into the universe. Do this for 5 minutes. Your body will understand. Your soul will listen. 3. The counterintuitive path of vibrational patience. So many people give up because they expect miracles in a few days. But Bruce Lipton shows us, belief biology follows cycles. You don't harvest tonight what you plant this evening. You nurture. Vibrational urgency sabotages the process. Rewriting the same wish every night with anxiety only reinforces the feeling that it's not here yet, and your body hears that not yet. So trust this 3-step method. Write a restoring belief. Visualize the feeling as if it's already real. Then release it. Release it in silence. Release it in trust. Release it with the peace of someone who knows that a seed grows. Even when hidden beneath the surface, we often blame the world, the economy, other people, missed chances. But according to Lipton, it's your cellular programming, shaped by trauma, childhood messages, undigested pain, that's repeating the same story. These patterns aren't punishments, they're mirrors. To shift them, don't just write what you want. Write how it feels. Write, "I feel light when I imagine my life at peace." Or, "My heart smiles when I see my health returning." It's like tuning a radio. If the frequency is off, even the clearest message comes through distorted. You don't need to write pages and pages. Sometimes 3 brief sentences, written with truth, are more powerful than an entire notebook. Write them as if they are already happening. I feel guided. I am grateful for all that is aligning. I rest, knowing I'm exactly where I need to be. Remember the woman who wrote micro-intentions for just 1 week and felt her energy transform. She didn't force anything. She simply allowed her inner coherence to do the work. The miracle wasn't in the phrase, it was in the frequency with which it was written. Your subconscious doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. It simply translates into chemistry what you emotionally repeat. Tonight, you have a choice. You can fall asleep with yesterday's thoughts, or write 3 sentences that reconnect you to your essence. Write them with presence, with feeling, with respect for the seed you are about to plant. And then ask yourself, what seed will you plant tonight? The miracle doesn't come from the wish. It is born from coherence, from biology that listens, from a heart that feels, and from the silence that welcomes it all. Night is a portal, and you are already walking through it.